Yo, yo, yo. It's D.Arthur in the building. I'm talking about semen retention become the most magnetic man woman will notice. Now, before we get into this video, I'm gonna break this video down psychologically. But before we get into this video, make sure you click on the link in the description down below and check out the end-to-end presentation I put together of the high value blueprint. This is a 8 to 16 week custom coaching program that helps you feel from a man who's complacent, unmotivated, negative, pessimistic, lack of purpose to a more motivated, fulfilled version of yourself, so you can really start the ball rolling and feel fulfilled in your life. So check that link in the description down below. Check out the training video I have put together. Now, semen retention become the most magnetic man woman will notice. The reason why women will notice is because you're feeling better about yourself and it seems like you don't need them as much. When you have these good emotions in you, when you have these good emotions set aside in you, solely based off you, you have these good emotions that are strictly based off who you are. You just feel very good about yourself. More likely than not, you're going to attract women who want to be a part of this in a subconscious way. If you feel as if you need the woman, you need her, you must have her, you're putting in minimal effort to try to get her, more than likely than not, she's not going to want to roll with this. You have to come across as someone who is fulfilled inside. And she's just an addition to an already good life. You can never really need her, anything really need her. Sure, you'd like to have her around, maybe to have some company, but you never really need her. If you're acting like you need her, this is the fastest way for all attraction to subside and you to never really have her. If that makes sense. And when you've gone on NoFap, when you put in the work in yourself, when you've been going on your mission, being on your purpose, more likely than not, you yourself are demonstrating these behaviors in yourself. And now, because you're demonstrating these behaviors, you come across as, when you maybe speak to a woman, you're just more, you have it a take it or all mentality, where you come across as you have some standards. So you talk about what you want, maybe she talks about what she wants, and you guys come to a compromise where more than likely you just have it every time you speak, that you have a take it all mentality, meaning the words that you say come across as someone who is indifferent if this goes any further. This is how you have to come across. You come across as someone who has this indifference based off the words you say and how you act, that if the words that I say right now, and if you don't like them and you were to leave, you'd be okay with yourself. Now, if you come across as, playing it safe a little bit, maybe caring too much, if she doesn't like what you said, you try to change yourself for her, then more likely than not, this won't go the test of time. You really have to come across as someone who can come across as someone who is self-serving, someone who pretty much is looking out for himself in terms of dating and these things, because this is just how you have to come across. She actually makes it feel like she's safe around you when you act like this. But if you're not someone who is sought after, it doesn't seem like you have any other options, and you're pretty much depending on her. And if you come across with this energy, it won't work out for you as much. And the only way you actually become like this, because it's very hard to fake this, you actually have to be that person that you actually want to be. You actually have to become someone who has some things going on. You actually have to have higher purpose in you. You have to have big things going on, things that make you feel very fine about yourself. You have to have things going on. If you're a guy, and like you're not doing anything else outside of what you do, maybe just outside of your job or something. You're just, you're kind of lazing around, not really doing anything else, and you come across as maybe needy for her because you actually have a lot of free time on your hands. More likely than not, this it's not going to work out as much for you compared to the man who's who's busy, who's being fulfilled, who's doing a lot of things for himself, who is creating something for himself, and the woman is just a small addition to something that he already has. If you if you're trying to make yourself feel whole with her, you're an incomplete person, and you're making yourself feel more whole because based off what she does for you, things like that. It just comes across as you need her a little bit too much. She's not gonna feel safe, and she may scour. So the bottom line is, and when you go on no fap, especially if you fap and you're trying to get in a real relationship with a girl, more likely than not, the small things that she does that you may not like is gonna hit you harder because you don't have anything to fall back on. The only reason why we do something like a no fap is because it makes us more indifferent based off what she does. If we're on no fap and she doesn't, and she says no to us, we're still on no fap. We're still feeling good about ourselves. We're still hitting the gym. We're still making ourselves as attractive as possible. So we can continue on our lives. But guys who have terrible habits, who are just a wreck in terms of everything in every area of their life, they have terrible habits. They don't have anything to look forward to. They're not building anything for themselves. They're just going through the motions, not really feeling, not having that inspired life, quote unquote. And if she does something that maybe throws you off, it's going to hit you 10 times harder because you have nothing else to fall back on. You were using her as your gauge of happiness, and you cannot do this. You have to find things in your life that makes you feel happy as well by yourself, and then regardless of what she does, you're still fine because you're not dependent on her. This is all I'm trying to say. And when you so people who, when they say things like hit the gym, it's not necessarily just to, it's subconsciously they say these things that these things subconsciously attract women, not just based off the physique. That's the byproduct of what happens, but it's your fulfillment. You feeling fulfilled about, let's say, having a nice physique is going to make you less needy, and because you're less needy, she's going to be attracted to this. So when they say things like, and also another example is like if you have a lot of money for yourself, it's not really the byproduct. The byproduct is having a lifestyle and stuff, but it is also shows that you're a man who has discipline, who can create, who has fulfillment, who finds joy in some things. And these are the traits that make you come attractive. So all these things that they say things like looks, money, status, game, all these things. All of these things are the only reason why they say these things is because these certain things that a man possesses shows that he has behavior and characteristic traits that make him more attractive. This is all it is. And the byproduct is all the things that you guys see on the physical. So the reason why they don't like, women are not attracted to guys who are unmotivated, lack of discipline, complacent, need them, is because these characteristics are low status. These are low status characteristics. They say looks, money, and status, and all these things is because these are high status characteristics. So it depends, like, which one are you? And you have to come across as high status based off your behaviors and the quality of your life. And this is what's going to make her attracted to you. And when you go on NoFap, this is just the underlying effect of all these things. You go on NoFap and you do all these things, combine all these good habits, all these things, you are going to come across as more attractive in her eyes. In her eyes, you have to. So you're going to be a magnetic man because the characteristics and the traits that you're giving off are coming across as high value. And she's noticing these. Women notice a lot of things. She's noticing these behaviors and traits in you. She's going to see you as a viable option. This is all it is. So anybody who talks about like no fap as, oh, it's dumb, or it's like I'm not part of that no-fap BS. You have to realize that no-fap is just a physical example of portraying high quality characteristics: discipline, high energy, enthusiasm, fulfillment, enthusiasm, high positive moods. These are just the characteristics of someone who would be on nofap. And but if you're fapping, what you actually is happening is you're tainting your soul. You're having lack of enthusiasm. You have less energy. You take things way too seriously. You're in your head. You have no real enthusiasm. You're lifeless because you literally just took the life out of you with your hand. And these characteristics are going to come across as low value and low status behavior. This is what it means. All of this is more of a scientific reason of high quality characteristics based off what you do. If that makes sense, like the video, comment something. If you have questions, comment something in the comment section, and check out the high value blueprint end to end presentation. We will see you in the next one.